Prompt: a majestic early 20th century ship, the Titanic, leaving the port on its maiden voyage. The grand ocean liner, with multiple towering smokestacks, glides past a cheering crowd at the dock in Southampton, England. The sky is clear, and the excitement of passengers and onlookers is palpable. The ship's enormous size and intricate details are highlighted against the calm sea and bright blue sky. Prompt: luxurious interior of the Titanic with elegant passengers dressed in 1912 fashion. A grand staircase with intricate woodwork and gold accents, chandeliers illuminating the room. Wealthy men and women are mingling, some seated at lavish tables, enjoying fine dining and music in the background. The scene reflects opulence, refinement, and the optimism of the era. Prompt: the Titanic sailing under a starry night sky on calm waters, with the ship's lights illuminating the dark ocean. The view captures the vastness of the Atlantic Ocean around the ship. A sense of tranquility, yet foreboding, fills the scene as the ship moves into colder, iceberg-filled waters. Prompt: the Titanic colliding with a massive iceberg in the North Atlantic. The iceberg towers above the ship, its cold white ice contrasting against the dark sea and night sky. The ship's side hull is torn, with pieces of ice on the deck. Panic is just beginning, as a few figures on deck react with shock and fear. Prompt: passengers on the Titanic's deck in a state of panic as they realize the ship is sinking. People dressed in early 1900s clothing rush toward the lifeboats, while some cling to each other or look out toward the ocean in disbelief. The crew members are struggling to maintain order, with lifeboats being lowered into the dark waters. The ship is tilted slightly, and there's a palpable sense of urgency and despair. Prompt: the Titanic in its final moments, breaking in half as it sinks into the dark, icy waters of the Atlantic. The front section of the ship is tilted downward, partially submerged, while the back section is lifted high above the water, showing its underbelly. Sparks, smoke, and debris fill the air, with the cold night sky above and the ocean below capturing the horror and helplessness of the event. Prompt: a lifeboat filled with Titanic survivors floating on the dark, icy waters of the Atlantic. People are huddled together, wrapped in blankets, looking exhausted and shocked, their faces lit by moonlight. In the distance, faintly visible, are more lifeboats scattered, while the empty, dark ocean stretches around them. The atmosphere is somber, reflecting the tragedy of the sinking. Prompt: the RMS Carpathia, another large steamship, rescuing survivors from lifeboats at dawn. Survivors are being helped aboard by crew members, while others in lifeboats look relieved and exhausted. The early morning light touches the scene, symbolizing hope after the dark tragedy. The ocean is calm, but the expressions of the survivors reflect the trauma they've endured. These prompts will allow a text-to-image AI to generate images that illustrate the major scenes in the Titanic story, capturing the grandeur, tragedy, and human emotions involved.